are back in the kitchen. Jennifer Atwoods back with us from Atwoods Bakery. Some last-minute Christmas treat ideas, and she did bring some treats, let me tell you.
I brought a lot of treats. And they'll stay here afterwards, and y'all can eat on them.
Oh my gosh. That's all we needed to hear.
Right?
This is absolutely a beautiful display.
Well, thank you. This is just a small sampling of what we have at the bakery. And a lot of the stuff I brought is individual items that you can share with your family. We also do have a lot of these on trays. So, you know, this year Christmas is a little different because it's on, you know, Sunday, so people are still working through the whole work week. So if you still have to bring something to a Christmas party or to the office, we have it on platter, so you can just walk in, pick it up. You don't have to, you know, I am the world's worst at last minute thinking. And so, you know, if it was me, I would shop at Atwoods because it would just be easy to walk in and pick it up. Because I'm not, I bake at the bakery, not at home. So, you know, I guess that's how it goes. It's kind of like whenever you're a plumber. It's like you can't, you know, do your own house, but do everybody else's house. So same thing. My poor daughter, so she bakes at our house, but not me. So, but I brought just a sampling of stuff, and of course this year everything's going back a little more traditional.
You were saying that's been the trend this year.
The trend this year.
That's
so
wonderful.
Lots of gingerbread, fruit cake, banana nut bread, and a lot of this has a lot of tradition. So I was kind of we were talking about the history of the gingerbread. This gingerbread house, the cutters that we used for this were actually brought over from Germany in I believe it was either 1830 or 1890. I have a couple of dates mixed up in my head, but a friend of ours, their last name is Gottenbush, and they own Servati's, which is up in the north, and they brought this over, and my dad was like, oh, that's a really interesting, you know, cutter. And he was like, oh, well, my grandfather worked in a bakery in the Black Forest of Germany, and this was old then. So when he brought the cutter over in the 1800s, basically it was, the cutter was already like 100 years old. So, of course, they had made a template of it like we did. And, you know, so we used the template. But we don't, of course, decorate it in the traditional gingerbread style of the Black Forest. We decorate it more American, if you will.
And that is a gingerbread house.
And yes, and it has goodies inside. And we only have a few of these left. So when you eat it, there's a special treat inside for those that are in there, you know. And we do this at our house every year. We get this gingerbread house, and the grandkids, we have our family tradition, and you'll see the pictures up in the bakery, is all the grandkids, and there's 4 of them, will go and they all take pictures with the gingerbread house, like pretending like they're decorating it, and then they all eat it, you know. And so we have them from when the very first one was born, basically, till now, and they're like 13,
kind of a family
11,
history.
and so, you know.
Jennifer, I got a quick question.
Sure.
Fruitcakes. I'm not a big fruitcake fan.
I love fruitcake.
Do people buy those?
We do have people buy those, and I am not a fruitcake fan either, but I really like ours. My ex-father-in-law loves them, and he still calls me to this day every year and gets them. And we soak ours in Jack Daniels for like 6 months.
I'm sure that helps.
So it is good. But we also don't use, we use candied fruit. We don't use the rinds, and so it doesn't have that bitterness. It's actual fruit and nuts.
I may try one.
So it is, you try a bite. We sell it in 1 pound, 2 pound, and little cookies. So if you just want to pop them in your mouth.
Your petitfours are delicious, by the way.
Right. Petitfours are always a favorite, and we have them in the holly berry and the Christmas decorations. That's this right here. And then spice bars. And I was telling y'all, that is something, every year we make those, and we sell them to a few people. This year we cannot keep them. I mean, like, we're making them 2-3 times a day.
That's interesting.
And that recipe came over, was brought from New Orleans in 1910. By a gentleman who had a bakery there, and gave it to the Mr. Sam, who we bought the bakery from, and so that Mr. Sam passed it on to us. So that recipe was brought to Alexandria in 1910.
All these family traditions.
Right.
All this.
Lots of family traditions. And so, of course, we have banana nut bread, which that has been really popular this year, and pumpkin bread. And I know he's killing me because I'm going all the way around, but then we also in the front have rum balls, and those have been really, and again, that's another long-standing kind of like tradition to eat is rum balls. And those are one of those things, you either love them and eat a ton of them, or you're like, you know, so you have to really like rum of course, you know, in order to...
A lot of people out there do.
I think we have a theme here, rum and Jack Daniels. But I mean, you know. And then, of course, divinity.
Okay.
And a lot of... And we have... Look, these are... I thought these were cute. This is just something for the kids. It's a brownie. It's a brownie that's made like a little mouse. We made these one year because we had some extra brownie. Somebody had ordered some brownies and they wanted them cut in a shape, and so we had all the extra trimming. So we were like, oh, what can we do with these? So we made these brownie mice, and since then, now we make brownies just to make the brownie mice.
Right,
and then
Jennifer, I think we're about to run out of time, but we're going to finish in the kitchen here with you in just a few minutes.
Great.
So stay with us.
Twas 3 days before Christmas, and on CBS, it's comedy all night you'll think is the best. That's awesome! There's the bang that is big and the indoors that's great, and one funny mom to put on your plate. And if that's not